everyone. Welcome to the fourth and final MLB Postseason Throwback Thursday video. October's coming to a close, so that means that MLB Postseason Throwback Thursday is also coming to a close. It's been fun doing these videos. I'm sure that some of you have seen the previous three videos from the previous 3 Thursdays for MLB Throwback Thursday. It was such an honor to make those videos, and the fact that I was able to do them despite my health conditions. It's very thrilling. It's very thrilling, and I am so satisfied and pleased to be able to do it. Now, for today, I'm going to be talking about few postseason games from 2006 through 2010. The 2006 Detroit Tigers were an amazing story. Jim Leyland was their manager. They had a lot of talented players like Ivan Pudge Rodriguez, who was still contributing, Maglio Ordonez, Placido Domingo, which is an underrated player, Brad Penny, I believe, Jeremy Bonderman, Kenny Rogers, a young Justin Verlander. This team had a little bit of everything. They had depth. Game 4, Oakland A's against the Detroit Tigers, is the most recognizable game. The way the game ended, the level of drama was phenomenal. You had a guy like Maglio Ordonez, who to me is one of the most underrated hitters of the 2000s. I first recognized his talent when he was with the Chicago White Sox, when it was him, Frank Thomas. I'm forgetting more names, Carlos Lee, all the way back to the year 2000 when they won the AL Central Division. Maglio Ordonez had great discipline. He was a great hitter. And in this particular game, this became his signature game. Against closer Houston Street. The very first pitch, it was a slider, and he took a good slider. When I saw that, I thought to myself, this man is locked in. And sure enough, he was. Because the next pitch, another good pitch, Maglio Ordonez swung, hit it all the way to left field, and the minute he hit it, he knew it was out of here. The Detroit Tigers won 6-3. They completed the sweep. They won their first pennant since 1984 at the time. But if you watch the game and the way that crowd exploded, it was just unbelievable to watch. The 2007 Colorado Rockies, another game 4, and it was against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Colorado Rockies, I remember that year, I was really rooting for them in the National League. Matt Holliday was sensational for that team down the stretch. And he did it in the postseason as well. The Colorado Rockies attacked 6 runs in the 4th inning, and Matt Holliday, hitting a 3-run home run, turned out to be what I like to call the technical knockout of the game, and it put the lid to the Arizona Diamondbacks season. Because It turned into a 5-run lead, and although Arizona scored 3 runs in the eighth inning, I believe, it just wasn't enough. You had Manny Corpus, who closed out the game and the series, completed the sweep, and Colorado became the first team to start the postseason 7-0 since the 1976 Cincinnati Reds, who is also known as the Big Red Machine. Even though Colorado lost to the Red Sox in the World Series, I'm still salty that I didn't get the Rockies versus Indians in the World Series. Thanks a lot, Cleveland, for choking. But that 2007 season was very memorable for the Colorado Rockies, and probably their best season as a franchise ever. The 2008 Tampa Bay Rays. What a year 2008 was. It was so cool to see a new team rising to the occasion. Tampa Bay Rays, they won their first American League East Division. They were on fire all year long. You had a rookie in Evan Longoria, who at the time, from late 2000s through the early 2010s, he was my favorite third baseman in the game. And in the postseason, he proved that he wasn't a fluke. In the postseason, Evan Longoria, B.J. Upton, Carlos Pena, all had terrific postseason. They were jacking up home runs left and right. And we can't forget they had a young David Price, too. Scott Kazmir, James Shield. That Rays team were fun to watch with a manager named Joe Madden. Game 5 against the Boston Red Sox. I hate bringing it up, but it's a classic American League Championship Series game. I remember in this game, Tampa had a 7-0 lead heading into the bottom of the 7th inning. And what happened? What normally happens for Boston sports. They rallied back. They scored 4 runs in the 7th inning, 3 runs in the 8th inning, and then J.D. Drew hit a game-winning double in the 9th to push the series to Game 6. Rays had a chance to close them on Game 5, but they blew a 7-0 lead. And I'm here thinking that momentum shifted. So as soon as J.D. Drew hit the double, I remember turning off the TV right away. It was my junior year in high school. I go to school the next day. I did not want to talk to anyone about the game. But I couldn't escape from the security guards because there were 2 security guards that were big Red Sox fans. So as soon as they saw me, oh yeah, they had some fun with me. But anyways, Red Sox ended up losing in Game 7 to the Rays. So in some ways, I had a last laugh. 2009, Game 4, Dodgers versus Phillies. The NLCS rematch from the year before. Dodgers had a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the ninth. A chance to tie the series. Jonathan Bronxton was their closer. And this was the game that completely crushed the Manny Ramirez era in LA. He gave up a game-winning 2-run triple to Jimmy Rollins, and the Phillies won 5-4 and took a commanding 3-1 lead in the series. They went on to close the Dodgers in Game 5, but they lost to my Yankees in the World Series. But I needed to mention that game because it's a game that sometimes is forgotten, and Jimmy Rollins, triple was memorable in Phillies history, in the city of Philadelphia. And sure enough, in my memory, because I really wanted the Dodgers to win, but they couldn't get the job done. Last but not least, the 2010 ALCS Game 1 between the Yankees and the Rangers. Rangers starter Cliff Lee. He was an incredible pitcher at the time. The Yankees never had an answer for him. And in this game, they only got like 1 run off of him. The Rangers jumped ahead and they had a 5-1 lead. But then the Yankees rallied back. And I don't think they did it against Cliff Lee. It was against their bullpen. Yeah, it was against the Rangers bullpen. And the Yankees stole Game 1 from the Rangers. And after Game 1, there was nothing exciting. Why? Because the Rangers finally got over the hump and beat the Yankees to win the pennant. Because if you guys remember, the Yankees always being the Rangers in the postseason. 1996, 1998, and 1999. So they finally got their revenge on the Yankees by winning the pennant and going to the World Series. That does it for MLB Postseason Throwback Thursday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel.